Do you understand English, but freeze when it's time to speak? You know the words, but your mouth stays quiet. You listen to podcasts, you watch videos, but still you feel stuck. What's wrong? Nothing is wrong with you. The problem is not your brain. The problem is fear. This video is different. Here, you don't need to be fast. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to repeat with me. These simple English sentences will unlock your voice, one word at a time. We speak slowly. We speak clearly. You listen, you shadow, you grow. This is not just English study. This is fluency practice for real life. You'll train your mouth, your ears, and your mindset. Because fluency is not just about words. It's about believing. I deserve to speak. Repeat with me. Speak with me. Practice every day. You'll be amazed how far just 1 hour can take you. Sometimes we understand English, but when it's time to speak, nothing comes out. The words are in your mind, but your mouth stays closed. Maybe you feel nervous. Maybe you think your English is not good enough. But here's the truth. You don't need perfect English to speak. You need courage. You need practice. You need to know your voice matters, and it's okay to speak slowly. Start simple. Say, I can speak English. Say it now, out loud. Again, I can speak English. Yes, it's true. Even one sentence is real English, even if it's short, even if you pause. Every time you speak, something inside you becomes stronger. Confidence grows in small steps. You don't need to impress. You just need to express. You can say, I'm tired. I'm tired, but I'm learning. I try every day. These are real sentences. They are clear. They are useful. Use them at home, in the mirror, or while cooking. Speak to your pet. Speak to your reflection. Speak to the world, even if it feels small right now. Speaking makes it real. Fluency starts when you stop waiting to feel ready. You don't need a perfect accent. You don't need a big vocabulary. What you need is to try. Try without fear. Try without pressure. Speak like a child learning for the first time. With curiosity, not judgment. You don't need to rush. English is not a race. You speak slowly. Good. That means people can understand you. You pause to think? Great. That means you care about your words. You don't use fancy grammar? Perfect. That means your English is real, not rehearsed. Real people speak with mistakes, with pauses, with emotion. That's how connection happens. Say it again. I speak English. Even if no one answers, your brain is listening. When you say it, your brain believes it. When you repeat it, your voice grows stronger. Speak while walking. Speak before bed. Speak in small moments. Don't stay silent. Every small sentence is a small victory. Your voice has value. It doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter where you started. What matters is that you are speaking now, not tomorrow, not when you feel ready. Now, you have a message. You have a story. You have the right to speak it in any language. Start here. Start small. Maybe you've stayed silent for years. Maybe school made you feel wrong. Maybe people laughed. But here, no one laughs. Here, you speak to grow, not to impress. Here, your voice is welcome. Your voice is safe. And once you feel that safety, something else becomes possible. Have you ever said something wrong in English and felt embarrassed? Maybe someone corrected you. Maybe you wanted to disappear. That pain is real. But here's the truth. Most people never hear. Mistakes are part of fluency. Every mistake is a step forward, not a step back. The problem is not the mistake. The problem is the shame. But shame is a liar. You don't need it to grow. When a child learns to walk, they fall many times. Nobody says you're stupid. Everyone says try again. Learning English is the same. You fall, you get up, you try again. The only people who don't make mistakes are people who don't try. You're trying, you're speaking. That's brave. And brave people always grow. You forgot a word? That's okay. You used the wrong verb? That's okay. You mixed two tenses? That's okay. Every time you speak with mistakes, your brain learns faster. It learns by doing. And doing is messy, but powerful. You don't need to speak perfectly. You need to speak honestly. That's how real fluency is born. When you say a sentence wrong, don't say, I failed. Say, I learned something new. Say it again, I learned something new. Maybe next time you'll say it better, or maybe not. That's fine. Growth is not a straight line, it's a messy road, but that road leads to freedom, if you keep going. Speak even when your voice shakes. Speak even when your words are broken. Don't wait for permission. You don't need to be ready, you are ready now. And when you make a mistake, correct it, but with kindness, not with anger. Say, oops, I said he go. I mean he goes. Then smile. That's real learning. Some learners punish themselves. They say, I'm too slow, I'm not smart, I'll never speak well. But your brain is not your enemy. It wants to help you, it just needs time and practice. So give it what it needs. Be gentle, be patient, be your own supporter. That's how your brain learns best. Do this. After every speaking mistake, take one deep breath. Say one kind thing to yourself. I'm learning. I'm growing. I tried, and that matters. Then repeat the sentence again, a little better. This habit changes everything. It builds your voice. It removes the fear. It gives you power. And remember, even native speakers make mistakes. Even teachers, even me. What makes you strong is not speaking perfectly. It's continuing, no matter what. That's the secret. That's the mindset that changes your English and your life. And once you have that mindset, something new begins. Fluency is not about talent. It's about practice. You don't need to study 3 hours a day. You don't need to do grammar drills. You need short, real practice, daily practice. 5 minutes a day can change everything. If you stay consistent, that's the key. Not intensity, consistency. Speak today, speak tomorrow, speak again. Imagine this. You wake up and say 3 sentences in English. Good morning. I feel tired. Let's begin the day. That's enough. Later, while brushing your teeth, you repeat, I brush my teeth. I look in the mirror. I feel fresh. Again, that's practice. It's not just studying, it's speaking while living. Try this. While walking, describe what you see in English. The sky is blue. A dog is running. The wind feels nice. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be daily. If you wait for the perfect moment, you'll wait forever. Fluency is built in small, simple moments, repeated many times. Speak before work. Speak after dinner. Speak while cooking. Don't worry if no one is listening. That's not the point. The point is to train your voice, your tongue, your brain. Speaking is a muscle, and muscles grow with use, not with theory. Use your English. Use it out loud. Some people say, but I forget everything. That's normal. That's why we repeat. Repetition is the mother of fluency. Repeat this sentence. I repeat to remember. Say it again. I repeat to remember. Every time you repeat, you build a path in your brain. Soon, that path becomes automatic. You don't need motivation. You need a habit. Set a small goal, 5 minutes a day. Maybe repeat sentences from this podcast. Maybe record yourself. Maybe shadow my voice right now. Keep it simple. Keep it short. But don't skip a day. Daily practice makes English feel natural. Practice doesn't mean pressure. It means presence. Be with your English even when you're tired. Even when life is busy, even when progress feels slow, speak anyway. Show up for your dream. You deserve that. Because each day you speak, you are building something real. And when daily practice becomes part of your life, just like eating or walking, it stops feeling like a chore. It starts to feel like freedom. And with that freedom, you start using English in a new way. English is not only for classrooms. English is for life. You don't need a test to use it. You can use it when you wake up. You can use it when you drink your coffee, when you walk outside, when you look at your phone. Every moment is a chance to speak. Every small sentence is a step forward. Say this with me. I talk about my day in English. Simple, right? In the morning, say, I feel tired. I need coffee. Later, say, I'm working now. I'm writing an email. At night, I had a busy day. I want to rest. That's real English. No textbook, no pressure. Just life in English. Use English to describe what you see. The sky is grey. A dog is barking. My coffee is hot. These are not small phrases. They are real communication, and they help your brain switch to English thinking. You don't need to translate. You just speak, slowly, naturally, with your life. Start small conversations, even with yourself. Ask, "How am I today?" Answer, "I'm okay, a little tired." Or, "I feel good. I had a nice walk." Practice short chats in the mirror, or with a friend, or even with me in this video. The key is to start speaking, not someday but now. Use English with real people if you can. At work, at the store, online, even just one sentence. Say hello with confidence. Ask, "How are you?" Say, "I'm learning English." People usually smile. Many will support you. Some will help you. You are not alone in this. You can also write your day in English. One sentence at night. Today I felt strong. Today was hard. I made progress. Writing helps you remember, and your voice becomes clearer each day. Speaking and writing are sisters. When you use both, you grow faster. When you use English in your daily life, your brain starts to believe, this language is part of me. Not something separate, not just a subject, but a tool to think, to connect, to live. And when that happens, fluency becomes possible. Because fluency is not just how many words you know, it's how you use them. And the more you use them, the more your belief grows. And that belief becomes something powerful. Did you enjoy the content and it made a difference for you? Click on Super Thanks and support our work. Sometimes progress feels invisible. You study, you listen, you repeat, but it feels like nothing is changing. That's a lie your fear tells you. The truth is this: every word you speak builds your fluency. Every time you practice, something shifts. Even if you don't feel it today, your brain is working. Trust that. Say this with me. I'm better than last year. Even if you still feel blocked, even if you forget words, look back. A year ago, you were afraid to speak. Now you are here practicing. You are not the same. Say it again. I'm better than last year. This is your proof. You remember more than you think. Your brain holds more English than you realize. When someone speaks slowly, you understand. That means the words are inside you. They just need time to come out. They're not lost, just sleeping. And with practice, they wake up. Celebrate small wins. I spoke one sentence today. That's a win. I listened to 5 minutes of English. That's a win. I said hello to someone in English. Another win. Fluency is not a big mountain. It's many small steps. You're walking already. You're doing the work. You can say more each week. You might not notice it, but others will. Maybe one day someone says, "Your English is better," and you smile. Because you didn't wait for motivation. You created it. That's power. That's growth. That's real change, step by step. Belief is like a seed. You plant it when you start. You water it with practice. You protect it from shame. And one day, it becomes a tree. You begin to trust your voice. You begin to say, "I can do this." That belief makes you unstoppable. Progress is not only about speed, it's about direction, and your direction is forward, even when you move slowly, even when you pause. You are not stuck. You are growing. You're moving through the fear. You're building something strong. And when you start to believe in your progress, not just in English but in yourself, a new voice begins to rise. And that voice says, "I deserve to speak." You were not born to stay silent. You were not born to hide your thoughts. But maybe life made you feel that way. Maybe someone laughed. Maybe someone said you were too old or too slow. But they were wrong. You are not too late. You are not too old. You are learning, and that means you are alive. Say this now. My English is enough. Say it again. Even if you feel unsure, even if your voice shakes, say it louder, because the world doesn't need perfect English. The world needs your voice, your truth, your experience. You belong in every conversation, even in simple words. You don't need big grammar to speak clearly. You need presence, you need honesty, you need courage. Say what you feel. I'm learning. This is difficult, but I'm trying. That's powerful, that's real. You don't need to impress anyone. You speak to connect. Some people think they don't deserve to speak because they make mistakes, but mistakes are human. You are human, and humans speak to be heard, not to be perfect. Give yourself permission to speak wrong. Speak broken. Speak freely. You still deserve to speak. You have a story. You have lived through things no one else has. You have memories, pain, joy, humor. And you can express all of that in English, even if it's simple, even if it's slow. I feel tired. I had a hard day. I want to change. These words matter. The world often forgets adult learners, but I don't. I see your effort. I see your fear. I see your dreams hiding under that fear. I'm here to remind you your voice is important, not when it's perfect. Now, as it is, you have the right to speak, always. Speak for yourself, not for a test, not for approval, not for likes. Speak because your voice carries your truth, and no one else can speak it for you. That's why you must, even when it's hard, especially when it's hard. Your voice is not a mistake, it's a gift. So stand up, speak up, shine in your own way. Even if your light is small now, it's still light, and light grows stronger every day, especially when you use your voice to keep it alive. You spoke, you listened, you practiced, and that means you made progress today, even if it felt slow. Even if you made mistakes, you trained your fluency, you trained your confidence. Now ask yourself, can I do this tomorrow too? Can I speak for 5 minutes before bed? Can I write one sentence about my day in English? Because every small action becomes a habit, and every habit becomes a new version of you. The version that speaks, the version that tries, the version that says, I'm not invisible. My voice matters. So tell me in the comments, which sentence spoke to your heart today? Which part felt difficult and which part felt true? Let's talk. Let's connect. This space is for you. And don't forget, subscribe to this channel. Turn on the bell so you never miss your daily practice. Your fluency journey is just beginning, and I'm here with you every step of the way.